So, after a rather arduous journey through Sen's Fortress, exploring the place, now we finally made it to the roof. It's time to go fight the Iron Golem. First, I want to loot the place, but before we do that, we're going to have to get rid of the Iron Golem's little brother, who's up there chunking fireballs at us. Yeah, he's making it kind of hard to explore up here. Okay, so this is a spot where we left off last time. And here we go. Yeah, these big fireballs. He's going to grunt and groan each time he throws one at us. And as you see, they do a significant amount of damage right there. I think going through 2 series of taking damage from those should kill me outright. So best thing to do is just run past all this nonsense. It's kind of hard to time those. For the sake of the video, I'd stopped at that one spot. Usually I sprint right through that and basically follow the route that I'm running right now and run right up to this guy. But yeah, I stopped the last video right there, and it gave this guy time to become aware of my presence, and he was like, "Oh, a victim," and started chunking these big bastards at me. So yeah, anyway, this is a shortcut. These set of cages will drop us down to the very first walkway with the swinging axes at the very beginning of Sen's Fortress, but we need a cage key to open those, and we'll do that later. We'll go find that key here momentarily, but first things first, we got to go get rid of Mr. Feisty up here, who's chunking big fireballs at us. This little spiral staircase should bring us up to his little lair. We see he's got his ammo pile right there. This big stockpile of firebombs. Don't worry, hitting those things does not cause them to explode, which is great, because accidentally hitting all of those at once would probably not only not just kill you instantly, but blow you clear off the top of the friggin' fortress. Who knows where your souls will be when you got back. Oh wow, okay. Now he's in rage mode, alright? So he's gonna wear himself out and have to huff and puff for a minute. He's tired. Now if you get caught in the middle of that little series of rage attacks there, he's probably gonna stun lock you and kill you. But if you can just step aside and let him finish his little tantrum and then go get his time out sitting in the corner, then you can walk up and kill him at your leisure. Right. Okay, now there's a fog door for the Iron Golem, and down that little pathway is an NPC that we can and will summon. Iron Tarkus. He's probably my favorite NPC. He's an absolute tank. In fact, he even helps out if you get an invader at this point. He will, if he doesn't one-shot the invader, he'll come close. You can see the invader's eyes getting wide, like, holy crap, this NPC hits hard. Yeah, he hits with the great sword, and when it hits, it sounds like metal striking metal. I mean, that sword is absolutely beast. Okay, now there's a merchant over here. He sells some pieces of armor and stuff like that. Even a couple rings, I believe.
Ah, what? Ah, another undead, eh? I took on Sen's Fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out. With your soul searching.
Soul searching takes on a whole nother meaning in Dark Souls. Alright. He sells some Titanite. Everything's overpriced, by the way. Now, I don't really have anything to compare these items right here to. I believe the Great Axe, unless... Actually, I believe the Great Axe is what you find down in the bottom of the depths. So you may already have a copy of that. But the Great Sword you may want to buy here. I believe it's necessary for the weapon achievement. I don't remember if it is or not. But keeping that in mind. So I'm going to put these gauntlets on for the time being. They're better than what I'm wearing, and I believe my weight threshold will allow me to equip them. There's a full Katarina set and some Baldur armor, and there's 2 rings. Now, if I want any of this stuff later, I can go kill the Iron Golem, and then should get plenty of souls to come back here and purchase anything that I need before heading on to Anor Londo.
You bloody fool.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll give you a nibble of advice. Don't even consider visiting Anor Londo. Not in your state. For a century they've tried and failed. The Night King Rendell, Black Iron Tarkus, and even Logan himself. You won't stand a chance, you'll be eaten alive. But go along if you wish, if only to deepen your despair. Let me give you a nibble of advice. Don't even
Yeah, okay, he
consider
doesn't say anything
but
else
you
new.
won't stand
I believe if you're human, he has some different dialogue. Doesn't end up any differently or anything, but whatever. Okay, now go down here, and this is where the cage key is. Rather long set of stairs here. And I believe where we pop out, we're directly behind the boulder room, where that contraption that switched the directions of the boulders was. I believe it's just off there to the right, if I'm not mistaken. And there we go, cage key. Now, if I didn't have the master key, I could head back to where Big Hat Logan was and release him now with that cage key. That also works for that cage. Works for any cage and sends fortress that you're able to open, actually. Okay, now down below us is the sniper crossbow, and the only way to get to that I know of is to take this ledge right here. It's going to require taking some damage. Alright. There's that. I'm 99% sure that is necessary for the weapon achievement. Must have all weapons. Alright, there's some souls up here to grab, and that's essentially all the loot in the area, other than... Oh, there's this one guy, the rapier guy. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about him. Alright, so let's go back and take care of him real quick. Ricard, is a Spaniard rapier expert, yes. He's going to drop his rapier each time you kill him. It's a guaranteed drop. As far as I know, I've never seen him not drop it. Get rid of Mr. Golem Lips here. Can afford to spend a few fireballs. He will drop, I don't know if he drops Titanite chunks. I don't think I've ever seen him drop a chunk, but I know he's dropped large Titanite shards, often. I was kind of surprised he didn't right there, actually. So let me go ahead and equip these. They're better in every way than what I'm wearing. Even unupgraded. I think the end gauntlets that I mapped out for this character are going to be the black steel gauntlets, which you get on the floor of the chapel next to the painting that leads to the painted world. And so we'll go grab that when we get there. But these will do for now. These are kind of shiny, looking pretty nifty. At some point I need to change to my black sorcerer cloak too, which I've upgraded and just haven't bothered to wear it. It's not making a whole lot of difference right now. Although actually the defensive value is going to be quite a bit higher because I upgraded them quite a bit. So, yeah. Anyway, Ricard's rapier, alright, and that's definitely a must-have. I need to go drop off a lot of this junk that I'm carrying at the bonfire, so I don't have to filter through it each time I wanted to equip something different. I have this long list of items that I'm never going to use or wear. Okay, now the rare ring of sacrifice keeps you from getting cursed if you die. So let's say one of the basilisks, one of the curse frogs, curses you or something. You won't suffer the effects of curse or loss of souls. I mean, you'll still die, you'll head back to the bonfire, but you'll stay human and keep all your stuff intact, as well as not suffer the curse penalty. The only place I know that ring really comes in handy in the game is when we first meet Seath. He's going to be in this chamber upstairs in his library, and he's going to most likely curse you, but you essentially have to die in that battle. It makes you die. So you get locked up in this little prison cell. And, well, from what I understand, there's a way to bypass all that stuff for the speedrunner guys, but for the rest of us just playing like normal human beings, you can wear that rare ring of sacrifice, and when he curses you, you won't suffer the curse or your loss of your souls. And so when you pop up at the bonfire in the library holding cells, you won't have to worry about making it all the way through everything to get back to that little chamber to get your souls back. Which it's possible to do, but there's a lot of stuff in between the holding cells and getting back to where you started. So you can just wear that rare ring of sacrifice, and it'll break for you, but it'll allow you to keep all your stuff. All right, let me go ahead and kindle this while I'm here. I have a humanity on my ticker. I might as well spend it. All right, and there we go. Might as well go fight this Iron Golem dude. It's just pretty much a straight shot up here. This is a time when I tend to get invaded a lot, and I think I'm at the right level now for people to consider invading. I really don't know that there's a suggested level for areas. You know, I've been down at the Four Kings at level 10 and 12, and I've been down at the Four Kings at level, like, 60, and have found summons and people to summon me in both cases, so I don't think there's really a suggested level for any area. From what I understand, a lot of players will be level 60-ish by the time they get to Sin's Fortress, and I don't normally level up that much here. I mean, I'll reach that level eventually, but it's probably going to be far into the Anor Londo. You know, I'll start farming Smo and Ornstein to get the last few levels I need so that I can use the Moonlight Greatsword and get enough endurance to, you know, fast roll with all my equipment and all that kind of stuff. And Smo and Ornstein, even just helping somebody else kill them, it's worth, I don't know, I think it's 25 or 30,000, maybe even more. It's pretty hefty, even on just, you know, first playthrough, new game. It's worth quite a bit, so it's really quick. And plus, you know, just the act of getting to them, a lot of times you're coming from the bonfire room, you're going to kill a lot of knights and things, and so you're liable to net, you know, 40 grand plus each time you do a run. It doesn't take that long if you're with players who know what they're doing, so definitely a great place to farm. That and the Gaping Dragon are probably my two favorite places. And once I get the Lord Vessel from Anor Londo and I can warp to the Depths bonfire, I can go farm the Gaping Dragon too. And I do that just to help lower level players. I found that if I haven't leveled up too much and I'm still farming to get souls to level up, I can go back to the Depths and still get summoned pretty often. You'd be surprised how many anywhere from 30 to 50 players there are even in the Depths that spend a lot of their time leveling before they're even get to, you know, Quelaag and all that other stuff. Right, I'm hitting this guy for just about 600. These great fireballs, not bad, and I don't even have the bellowing Dragon Crest ring on, or I'd probably be doing closer to about, I don't know, say 750, something like that. 720 maybe, something. Okay, when he's picking someone up, he's invincible. Ah, wow, what a hitbox on that axe. Damn. Okay, I need to get one more fireball to his face before he knocks me off this bridge completely. Yeah, enough of that, big dude. Big buddy. We'll holler at you. Sometimes you can bait that guy to throw himself off the ledge with his overly exuberant axe swings. That's pretty funny. Or you can get him knocked off balance if you hit him just right, and he'll literally fall off. This is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. I think it's beautiful. I think it's great the way they did this. The cinematics and introducing you to this new area where, you know, if you didn't think the game was bad enough, now you know that new terrors are in wait for you. Yeah, it's nice of them to give me a ride, a nice little flying cab ride here, but they're not so friendly later. These little lightning demon punks with the spears. Oh, hate them. Isn't that epic? I think that's amazing. I can see in next gen them creating environments like this and allowing you to explore every inch of it. I mean, it being, you know, an open world. You're kind of limited in where you can go on this one. Still decent sized area, I guess, but nothing like the main map. Although if you factor in Seath's area and all that stuff, I guess I take that back. I guess this is a pretty big area. Because you know you have the archives and you have the area leading to Seath himself, the big chasm with the invisible walkways and bridges and stuff and all that. Okay, I've noticed if you stay on their shield side, you can pretty much bait them into doing the shield slam, which leaves them just wide open. Now you don't want to get caught underneath that because it flattens you straight into the pavement. pretty disrespectful, but it does leave them wide open for quite a bit if you can just essentially just keep rolling. They'll swing the shield to wherever you are at. So just keep strafing to their left, which would be to your right, and you'll eventually usually bait them into that that shield bash thing. Okay, so let me hug his left leg here. I may not have to. Maybe I'll just kill him outright. Okay, there we go. Like I say, that leaves him open for an attack or two right there. There we go. Two-handed attacks do wonders against those guys. You can even stagger them. Now, on the other side, there's going to be a couple more golems, and there will be another mimic chest over there. Now, there's a couple more demon titanites for you guys that are looking for those. And I think there's even one more to be had in another chest crossing the bridge to get to the main chapel. And then I know there's a titanite demon that's in there in an actual chapel. You can tell because there's little pews and a little, what would you say, little altar preaching thingy, bookstand thingy.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. If you see
At least she recognizes me.
Exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you.
Right on. Okay. Glad I had a Firekeeper soul in my pocket.
What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling. The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet. If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for.
Now, I have almost 60,000 souls here because I didn't go back and visit that merchant. A lot of times I'll go get the what do they call it? The Thunder Stoneplate Ring, which gives you lightning resistance. Comes in kind of handy fighting Simone Ornstein, but at the same time, I'm usually wearing other rings, so I don't really have space for it anyway. I'm going to wear one to either buff my magic or buff my steel protection or whatever, you know, or the Flippy Ring to give me more invincibility frames while I roll around and dodge their spears and hammers and all that other crap. And the butt stomps. Smo's infamous butt stomp, where he jumps up in the air and just throws both cheeks at you. I think that's awesome. Alright, so let's go over here and loot these two chests. One of them is going to be a normal chest. I think it has Twinkling Titanite in it. The other one's going to be a Mimic, and he's going to drop, it's a weapon. Honestly, I don't remember what it is. We'll find out here in a second, though. I'm glad you can block that overhand. If that was unblockable, that would be really brutal, actually. In fact, you'll know if you've ever been hit with one of those unblocked that it really is brutal. Alright. So apparently they have about 1,100 plus hit points. Alright, Twinkling Titanite in that one, and this guy drops the Crystal Halberd. Alright. Now, you can upgrade that Crystal Halberd as a crystal weapon. Rather than having to go actually make a crystal weapon, there's one for you, and assuming you're not going to use it, if you wanted the achievement for the crystal weapon achievement, which is maxing one out. I think it's +5. I think crystal weapons only go to +5. And for the last one, you'll need the blue Titanite slab. Anyway. All right. Well, from here we'll head on to the rest of Anor Londo. If you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play, click that top box. If you want to get a list of all my playlists, click the bottom box. And if you want to subscribe and help support the Ninja Flips, just hit that button that says, well, subscribe on it right there over my head. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.